When you grow old, 7 life goals that will be the biggest waste of time. As we age, perspectives shift. The things that once seemed significant can feel less pressing, less rewarding, or even unimportant. The journey of getting older naturally invites us to reevaluate the life goals we once held dear. While every life path is unique, there are some common ambitions that, over time, may reveal themselves as less fulfilling than expected. Here's a look at 7 goals that many realize were, in the end, the biggest waste of time. These reflections can serve as reminders to center life around what truly matters. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Having the best stuff. As we journey through life, the desire for the best can often be a driving force. Striving for the newest car, the grandest home, the most stylish clothes, or the most expensive gadgets. We are taught to believe that these possessions are the markers of success, the outward symbols that reflect our achievements. Yet, as time passes and we enter our later years, the pursuit of these material possessions often feels hollow, leaving us questioning whether they were ever truly necessary in the first place. The truth is that the more we accumulate, the more we realize how little these things contribute to our happiness. A house filled with belongings can often feel heavy, burdensome. Instead of bringing peace, it demands maintenance, cleaning, and attention, pulling us away from what truly matters. Time spent with loved ones, moments of quiet reflection, and the simple joys of life. Cars that once symbolized success can become little more than a source of stress when repairs are needed, or they simply sit in the driveway forgotten and unused. Clothes that once defined our status now gather dust in the closet, and we wonder how much of our life we've spent acquiring things we didn't really need. As we age, we come to understand that life is not measured by the things we possess, but by the experiences we've had and the relationships we've built. The joy of spending time with family, the laughter of children, the warmth of a hand held in quiet companionship. These are the moments that fill our hearts, not the price tags on our possessions. We learn that true wealth is found in the memories we create, the love we share, and the moments of peace we cultivate within ourselves. When we let go of the need to have the best, we release a weight that has been bearing down on us for years. We find freedom in simplicity, in surrounding ourselves with only what brings us joy and peace. The house that once felt too big becomes just the right size for comfort and connection. The car that seemed inadequate now feels like enough, a vessel for the memories we're still making, not a symbol of success. And in the end, we realize that the best things in life are not things at all. They are the moments, the relationships, and the simple pleasures that bring us closer to the essence of who we are. At this stage of life, we understand that what we own doesn't define us. The love we give and receive, the time we spend, the connections we nurture, these are the treasures that truly enrich our lives. The pursuit of the best fades, and in its place, we find contentment in the things that can never be bought or sold: peace, joy, and love. 2. Most money or success. As we journey through life, many of us chase after financial success and career achievements, believing they're the keys to fulfillment. When we're young, wealth and status can seem essential, shaping our identities and offering a sense of security. But with the passing of years, something shifts. We begin to see that while money and accolades might be useful tools, they don't offer the lasting peace or happiness we once thought they would. The relentless pursuit of wealth and success often leaves behind a trail of sacrifices, time missed with loved ones, moments passed over in favor of another goal, and energy spent on dreams that may have belonged to someone else's vision of success, not our own. With age, we discover that the race for more never ends. There will always be someone wealthier, someone with a more impressive title, someone seemingly more accomplished. And so we learn that true contentment doesn't come from how we compare to others, but from how aligned we are with ourselves. Real success lies not in reaching some external peak, but in creating a life where we feel at home within our own hearts, a life that feels steady, warm, and enough. As the years accumulate, many of us find ourselves redefining what enough means. Enough to live comfortably, enough to support the things that matter most, enough to feel secure without the burden of chasing more. In this redefinition, success takes on new meaning. No longer about wealth or power, it becomes about the richness of our relationships, the warmth of shared laughter, the quiet joy of a day spent in peace. It's about knowing that we have enough and that we are enough just as we are. This understanding brings a profound freedom. We can let go of the pressure to compete, the endless striving, and focus instead on cultivating the life we truly want. A life where each moment holds value, not because it's part of a grand achievement, but because it's part of a tapestry of simple, meaningful moments. In the end, the deepest success isn't measured by wealth or titles, but by the love we've shared, the kindness we've shown, and the peace we found within. This is the kind of wealth that can't be taken away, a richness that sustains and nurtures us in ways that no amount of money ever could. 3. Being famous. When we're young, the idea of fame holds a certain magic. It promises a life where we're seen, admired, and perhaps most alluringly, validated by the world. Fame can seem like the ultimate marker of a life that matters, a chance to rise above the ordinary, to be special in the eyes of strangers, to leave a mark. It tells us that our lives will be more meaningful if they're noticed, that our worth is somehow amplified when applauded by others. But as the years go by and life's real priorities come into focus, we often realize that fame, for all its glitter and excitement, is a fleeting illusion. It is a shadow, a mirage, appealing from a distance, but ultimately hollow when pursued for its own sake. The admiration of strangers may bring momentary pride, but it rarely touches the deeper needs of the heart. In the later stages of life, we begin to seek out something richer and more sustaining than public acclaim. We start to recognize the profound value of being truly known and understood by a few rather than superficially admired by many. Fame often feels distant, transactional, and conditional. It is a fragile kind of love, one that can be taken away as quickly as it's given. The connections we build with family and close friends, on the other hand, are grounded in authenticity. These people see us in all our complexities, witness both our strengths and our struggles, and embrace us not because of what we've achieved, but because of who we are at our core. The desire to be remembered takes on a different and more profound meaning as we age. Instead of longing to be recognized by the masses, we find satisfaction in being cherished by the people who truly matter in our lives. Our legacy is no longer measured by the number of fans, followers, or admirers we have, but by the impact we leave on the hearts of those who are close enough to feel our kindness, our love, and our presence. Fame, with its distant glow, pales in comparison to the warmth of meaningful personal connections. The quiet joys of life, sitting with loved ones, sharing memories, laughing together, become far more valuable than any public recognition could ever be. There's also a profound sense of peace that comes from this realization. We no longer need to seek validation from strangers or feel the pressure to impress a world that may forget us as quickly as it noticed us. Instead, we can focus on cultivating love and joy within our circle, on building memories that will last in the hearts of those who truly know us. Fame may shine brightly for a moment, but it fades as quickly as it arrives. The love we share, however, endures, weaving itself into the lives of those who matter most to us. In this stage of life, we come to see that being deeply known and treasured by a few is worth infinitely more than being admired from afar by many. Our legacy lives on in the small, meaningful ways we touch others, in the kindness we show, the support we offer, and the laughter we share. The world's fleeting recognition may come and go, but the lasting joy of knowing we have been present and loving in the lives of those we hold dear brings a sense of fulfillment that fame could never provide. So we let go of the need to be celebrated by the world and embrace the profound beauty of being valued deeply by those who know our hearts. This, we find, is the true essence of a life well lived, not the spotlight, but the warmth of love and connection shared with those who will carry us with them long after we're gone. In choosing to nurture these connections, we create a legacy that endures in the hearts of those who mattered most, one that reflects the real meaning and beauty of life. 4. Being liked by others. Throughout much of life, we may spend time and energy trying to be liked by others, whether it's adapting our behavior to fit in, avoiding difficult conversations, or striving to be agreeable. The desire for social acceptance can be a powerful force. We want to be seen in a positive light, to avoid conflict, and to be embraced by those around us. But with the perspective that comes from age, many come to realize that seeking universal approval often comes at the cost of authenticity and personal peace. The truth is that not everyone will like us, and that's perfectly okay. The more we try to be everything to everyone, the more we risk losing touch with our true selves. As we grow older, we gain clarity about our values, beliefs, and what truly matters. This clarity brings a shift in focus from seeking approval to seeking respect, especially from those who are closest to us and who matter most. Genuine respect, grounded in mutual understanding and shared values, is far more meaningful and lasting than the surface level acceptance that often comes with being liked. At this stage of life, we learn to value relationships built on honesty, trust, and mutual respect. We may even find that a small circle of true friends and loved ones is far more satisfying than the approval of a large crowd. It is in these deep, authentic connections that we find the kind of acceptance that nurtures and sustains us. We no longer need to prove ourselves to everyone. Instead, we focus on those who appreciate us for who we genuinely are. Letting go of the need to be liked by everyone allows us to live more authentically and with greater peace. We find contentment in aligning our lives with our values, accepting that it's natural for some people not to understand or appreciate us. The joy of living in alignment with our true selves, respected by those who matter most, brings a sense of fulfillment that far outweighs the fleeting satisfaction of broad, superficial approval. 5. Seeing the entire world. In earlier stages of life, there can be a powerful desire to see the world, to experience new cultures, visit iconic landmarks, and check off destinations on a map. Travel offers adventure, broadens our horizons, and brings memories that last a lifetime. Yet, as we grow older, our perspective on travel can shift. We come to realize that the fulfillment we seek is not in the quantity of places visited, but in the depth of experiences and connections made along the way. Rather than a constant quest for new destinations, our focus shifts toward finding meaning in the places and people closest to our hearts. The appeal of exploring every corner of the globe often fades as we gain a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of being present with loved ones, quality time with family and friends, nurturing relationships, and creating memories together start to feel more enriching than standing before famous monuments. We may also recognize that some of the most profound travel experiences happen close to home, whether it's spending time with grandchildren, revisiting familiar places with a new perspective, or enjoying the natural beauty of a nearby park. In this season of life, travel becomes less about accumulation and more about appreciation. It's no longer about seeing everything, but rather about savoring the moments and connections that make life meaningful. The desire to see the world becomes an extension of our desire to connect, to celebrate life's beauty with those we care about, and to cultivate experiences that align with our values and priorities. We may still dream of certain destinations, and there's joy in the planning and anticipation of a meaningful trip. But we no longer feel the pressure to see it all. We realize that true fulfillment comes not from the number of stamps on a passport, but from the richness of the relationships we nurture and the memories we create along the way. The world's beauty is vast, but so is the beauty of a life lived with presence, purpose, and connection. 6. Getting things done every day. For much of our lives, we're driven by the need to accomplish, to check off tasks, and to measure each day by what we've achieved. Productivity often becomes synonymous with purpose, giving structure and meaning to our days. But as we enter our later years, a profound shift can occur. The constant drive to get things done may begin to feel less fulfilling, and we start to question whether productivity is truly the best measure of a day well spent. Aging brings the wisdom that life's most precious moments often happen in the quiet spaces between tasks. When we're no longer bound by the demands of a career or the pressures of raising a family, there's an opportunity to embrace a slower, more intentional rhythm. A day spent enjoying a sunrise, taking a leisurely walk, or sharing unhurried conversations with loved ones holds a richness that no to-do list could capture. We come to see that some of life's greatest treasures, peace, connection, presence, cannot be accomplished or checked off, but are felt deeply in the moments we allow ourselves to simply be. Letting go of the compulsion to do opens the door to a different kind of fulfillment, one that values presence over productivity. We realize that a meaningful life isn't built solely on achievements, but also on moments of rest, reflection, and connection. Rather than rushing from task to task, we can give ourselves permission to savor life's small joys without the pressure of constant activity. Embracing this new perspective requires a shift in mindset, but it's a change that brings lasting peace and contentment. In this chapter of life, the goal becomes not about how much we can accomplish, but about how deeply we can appreciate the present. Each day need not be measured by what we've done, but by how fully we've engaged with the beauty around us. The joy of being rather than doing allows us to find purpose and satisfaction in life's simplest moments, bringing a serenity that no checklist can offer. 7. Being right, focusing on perfection. For much of life, many of us have been driven by the desire to be right, to perfect each decision, to navigate each challenge with the precision of certainty. This desire to get it right can often be rooted in a sincere commitment to responsibility, integrity, and respect for the people we affect. It can feel essential to know the right answers, make the right choices, and correct mistakes to ensure that things are as they should be. Yet as we journey further into life, we begin to sense a different truth, that life is rarely so clear-cut, and that the insistence on being right can sometimes cost us more than it offers. With age comes a wisdom that reveals the limitations of our certainty and an understanding of the beauty in life's imperfections. We begin to see that some of the greatest gifts in life come from letting go of the need to be right, letting go of the pursuit of perfection, and allowing ourselves to embrace the mystery, nuance, and unpredictability of each moment. We realize that in many situations, there is no absolute right or wrong, no perfect or imperfect, only a series of experiences and perspectives that bring their own wisdom and lessons. In this sense, life's richness lies not in correctness, but in our ability to learn, to listen, and to accept. This newfound perspective brings a profound freedom. By letting go of the need to be right, we open ourselves up to understanding others in a way that rigid certainty never allowed. We learn to approach conversations and conflicts with an open heart, to listen without the need to respond, and to accept that sometimes the most valuable insights come from someone else's viewpoint. Being open to others' ideas and perspectives doesn't diminish our own understanding, but rather deepens it, revealing layers of complexity that might otherwise remain unseen. We discover that wisdom is not about asserting what we know, but about humbly recognizing what we have yet to learn. Similarly, the pursuit of perfection, while admirable in intention, can often be a source of unnecessary pressure and anxiety. Perfection asks us to judge, to compare, and to measure up, placing us in a constant state of evaluation and self-assessment. But as we age, we come to see that life's beauty often lies in the imperfections, the unpredictable moments, and the quiet acts of kindness that don't demand recognition or approval. We begin to cherish the simple, the flawed, and the real, understanding that life's greatest joys are often unscripted and unpolished. In letting go of perfection, we create space for compassion, both for ourselves and for others. We no longer feel the need to hold ourselves to impossible standards, and we give others permission to be their authentic selves without fear of judgment. We can laugh at our mistakes, appreciate our quirks, and find comfort in knowing that we are loved not for our perfection, but for our humanity. This shift brings a deep sense of peace, allowing us to live more fully in the present and to experience each day as a gift rather than a test. This approach to life, grounded in acceptance and curiosity, allows us to focus on what truly matters: the connections we build, the kindness we offer, and the love we share. We begin to realize that being right is far less important than being kind, that achieving perfection is less meaningful than embracing the journey with grace and gratitude. Wisdom, we discover, is not about knowing all the answers, but about remaining open to the questions and finding joy in the exploration. In the end, a life well lived is one that values growth over certainty, presence over perfection, and love over all. As we embrace this softer, more forgiving view of life, we find that our relationships deepen, our stress eases, and our days become filled with a quiet contentment. We no longer strive to be right in every argument or perfect in every task, but instead, we strive to be present, to be compassionate, and to leave each interaction a little brighter. This is the wisdom of age, the understanding that life's worth is measured not in correct answers or flawless achievements, but in moments of connection, understanding, and peace. In this way, we come to see that the greatest legacy we leave is not one of perfection or correctness, but of warmth, acceptance, and love. The memory of our kindness, our patience, and our humility is what endures in the hearts of those we touch. We find that it is enough, more than enough, to live with an open mind, a gentle spirit, and a heart full of love. Letting go of being right and embracing life's imperfections brings us closer to the beauty and truth of who we are, leaving behind a legacy of grace that will be remembered long after we're gone. Conclusion. As we grow older, life's values naturally shift, and the goals that once seemed urgent or essential often take on new meaning. The ambitions of youth, the desire for possessions, success, recognition, approval, adventure, productivity, and perfection may fade as we gain wisdom through the simple passing of years. Aging invites us to reconsider these pursuits, to question whether they truly satisfy our deeper longings for peace, connection, and fulfillment. We realize that the true essence of a life well lived is not defined by what we achieve or acquire, but by the love we give, the kindness we show, and the memories we create with those who matter most. Letting go of goals that no longer serve us is not about giving up on life's dreams or ambitions. Rather, it's about refining them in a way that honors who we are today. As we release the need to possess, to win, to be known, or to be perfect. We make room for more meaningful joys, like being present with loved ones, celebrating life's simple pleasures, and experiencing the quiet contentment that comes from accepting ourselves as we are. In many ways, aging is an opportunity to rediscover the richness of life, not through more or better, but through deeper and truer. Perhaps the most profound realization is that life's greatest gifts are already within our reach. We don't need to travel the world to find beauty, nor do we need widespread fame to feel valued. The small, often overlooked moments, a heartfelt conversation, a warm embrace, a shared laugh, become treasures we hold dear. We begin to live with an awareness that every moment is precious and that our legacy is built on the warmth and love we leave behind. Ultimately, these reflections are reminders that the essence of fulfillment is found not in achievement but in presence. Life is richer when we live with openness, humility, and gratitude, savoring each day without the pressure to prove or perfect. In embracing this mindset, we find a peace that transcends worldly goals and a joy that lives in the heart. As we navigate these later years, may we choose to invest our time, energy, and love in the people and experiences that truly matter. And in doing so, may we create a life that not only fills our days with meaning, but leaves behind a legacy of compassion, warmth, and kindness that will be felt for generations to come. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.